Financial calculator. I have found it amazing that almost every calculator made or computer calculator program has buttons on it to find the square and square root of numbers. Yet outside of school, I don't think I have ever needed to know the square root of any number. Another type of popular calculator is the scientific calculator. I know for a fact that I've never needed to know the natural log of a number, or even the sine, cosine, tangent, or radians of an angle. But I sure have needed to know how much a loan payment would be, and how much the payment would be if I could get a lower interest rate, and how much the payment would be if I had to pay a higher interest rate, and how much the payment would be if I wanted to pay off the loan sooner or later. These are things that everyone should be checking on if they have a loan or want to have a loan, which means almost everyone should have a financial calculator. And yet, even the Microsoft built-in calculator can't tell me the monthly payment of a loan. Why is this? With everyone's lives dependent on various loans, why is it that you can't hardly get a calculator that would help you financially? I could probably go into 20 different conspiracy theories, but I really think that it all boils down to education and lack of education. Schools teach all kinds of math and science that requires those complicated scientific calculations. People run out and buy scientific calculators so their kids can get good grades in school. But since school doesn't teach finance, no one runs out to buy a financial calculator. Now the rule of supply and demand kicks in. Since there's no demand for financial calculators, the suppliers can't sell the few that were made. So why doesn't Microsoft include financial functions in their software version of a calculator? Again, education and lack of education. All those programmers graduated school and college without learning a thing about finance. So like everyone else, thanks to their lack of education, they don't even know that there are special computations for finance. Therefore, the programmers don't include those functions in their software. To fill this gap, I recommend that you buy a financial calculator. That way it's portable. As a minimum compromise, I have created a financial calculator spreadsheet. It has all 5 functions on it, does loans and savings, includes an amortization table, and even shows you the mathematical formulas that are used for each function. You can download the financial calculator spreadsheet from this page. There is a link to the file on the second line of the description of this video. You can pause this video while downloading and opening the file. All downloadable files are free. They are Excel spreadsheets with the XLSX file extension. This type of file was chosen as it will not support macros, which means they can't collect any of your personal data. After downloading, move it out of your downloads folder onto your desktop. Later, you can move it to any folder as you like. Just don't keep it in your downloads folder. The first time you open the spreadsheet, you may have to click on Enable Editing so you can enter your data. So what are the functions that I'm talking about? I'm talking about the 5 numbers that define every amortized loan. I have to say amortized loan because since 2005, credit card payments are no longer amortized. An amortized loan is a loan that has the same monthly payment even though the balance changes every month, like a mortgage. In an amortized loan, every month that passes, more and more of your payment goes toward the balance. And every month that passes, less and less of your payment goes toward interest. Aside from credit cards, most loans are amortized. The 5 numbers for an amortized loan are the number of payments total to be made during the loan, interest rate. Some calculators, like this one, want interest rate in a yearly value. Some calculators want it in a value for each payment interval, which changes with the number of payments made in a year. Present value or amount of the loan, payment, amount of your monthly payment, future value, usually 0, the value at the end of the loan. When given any 4 of these numbers, it's possible to calculate the 5th number. Most people start wondering why you have to enter 0 for future value when the loan is paid off. That's so you can do things like enter half of your loan's value and then calculate how many payments it will take before you have half of the loan paid. Hint, it's not halfway through the payments. Another reason is that these functions can also apply to savings, not just loans. You can enter a value that is twice what you currently have in your savings and find out how long it will take for your savings to double. When getting a loan, especially a mortgage, it's very useful to play around with different interest rates so that you can see the impact on the monthly payment. You can then multiply the different payments by the number of payments to see the total expense or savings of the different interest rates. Doing so will really drive home the importance of fighting for a lower interest rate and a better credit score. As you can see, there are a bunch of other functions on this calculator. And yes, it even has the ever-popular square root function. But those 5 functions are what you need to look for in a financial calculator. Remember, you're not taught to think this way, so they can make more money from your mistakes. Thanks for watching.